What's going on, guys? It's MitchMotoMaths here, coming at you with another Rate My Ride road series. This week we are coming with Lockhart's Gap Road, a road up in the far northeast corner of Victoria, getting very close to New South Wales. It's only probably about an hour and a half out of Wodonga, if that. So yeah, we're looking at a nice little short sort of road that's located in the far northeast corner. We'll throw up that picture like always. That I've done a couple of times now. First time was during the Kuma run. I don't think I actually filmed when we were there. You know, I was like told, oh, like you want to make sure you get certain roads and things like that, and that was the first time. And then when Nathan and I did Alpine Loop, we went there again, and I sort of saw it for a second time. It's not. I'm gonna preface this. This is probably going to be one of the lowest rated roads I ever do. I'm just doing it because I think it's one of those ones that's sort of like it's a nice connecting road that I think people should be aware of. That okay, it is a little bit of fun that they can use to connect, depending on exactly what sort of trip they want to, how they want to do their trip, to go through it. Yeah, and it does connect to Kiowa East Road, and that's sort of like where we turned on when we came out on the Kuma run. We actually basically now done the whole stretch of that road, and I don't remember recognizing it when Nathan and I did that Alpine Loop. But accessibility. This is definitely a 1. It is not easy to get to. It is so far from everything. Unless you live in somewhere in that area, it's not going to be anywhere high on your priority list. I'm going to leave accessibility to 1, and sort of move on to length. Length is another one where I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit short. It takes 25 minutes to get through from start to finish. And there's probably actually not too much super interesting things that you're going to be like, oh yeah, this is an awesome ride. It's just a nice little road that does that. So length, I'm going to give a 3 because it's probably not long enough to really get anything out of it. But once again, it's more about it being a connecting road than actually being a good standalone road itself. Traffic on this road. Only took us a while to get past it just because my confidence levels trying to overtake someone with a pillion is quite low. But yeah, traffic, I'm going to give an 8. There wasn't many cars coming the other way when we were going. Pretty much was no cars when we went on that road during the Kuma run. There's not a lot of issues with trying to overtake people and trying to get past them or anything like that. So I'm going to give the traffic an 8. Probably going to be the highest, if not the equal highest rating I give in this edition of the Rate My Ride series. So traffic and 8. Condition. The road was in pretty good condition, but it doesn't really. There's no pothole, like no major potholes or anything like that. But it wasn't spectacularly conditioned, so I'm gonna go with the same rating I gave the Hotham Road, which is a 7. Just because the condition's pretty good, not the best, but it's actually quite good. And so next we have twistiness. So the twistiness is about I would say a 4. It's good, but there's definitely pretty much every road I've done has at least been better in that aspect. So next is chaining. Chaining is definitely where this road, like with Great Alpine Road, probably not as good as the Great Alpine Road in my opinion in terms of chaining, but it's definitely up there as one of the best roads I've seen. in terms of how it connects to other roads and things like that. Like you can make it part of the Midamita loop to get yourself back going towards Melbourne. Um, Probably where it's going to come in most of the time. You can come up from Dedarang and then turn down to get to Tallenden, and then turn up to of course go to Tallangatta, or even start going back down to Midamita. That is another awesome spot to put it in, and then you can get yourself up. You know, if you're taking up towards Tallangatta, you can start then looping it into Grania, which is an awesome road. Fortunately, I don't have any footage of that to do a Rate My Ride just yet. I plan on doing it soon because it's just in Victoria. So we'll start to see some roads that aren't hopefully roads that I've done too much and I haven't done too much footage of, and this is obviously one of those roads. And you'll see in the footage that yeah. So chaining, just because of how easy it is to link in with other roads and other things, I'm gonna give it a 9. Right, the chaining, super good, super easy to link into other roads, so the chaining's 9. Speed limit's pretty appropriate for this road. You can go at a decent pace, but there is definitely some points where it kind of feels kind of low and it's all that. But I'm going to give the speed limit a 7. Then like the speed's appropriate for most of the time. But last thing, and sort of what this video is about, it's sort of the overall rating now. It's like, yeah, I've given it some really high things with speed limit and chaining and traffic and the condition, but the lack of twistiness, it's not that long, it's not accessible at all in terms of there's no really to stay, so it's really just a thoroughfare road. And this is actually probably going to be one of my shortest Rate My Ride videos ever. Like, ever. I'm gonna, I need to have a road that I give such a low rating to, and this is going to be it, just because it really is just, you add it in as a thoroughfare because it's really the only way to get access to quite a few other roads without extending your trip by 40 to 50 minutes, or without feeling like you're wasting time going through this. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Good road, but so many other roads in Victoria are so much better. And I'm really only doing a video on this just because it is one that you will pass through, and it's just one that you can go, oh yeah, like if we don't make that road, it's fine, because it does. There are sections of it that look super fun on the map, and so that's the thing that I'm like, oh, like this is sort of what this series is about. It's like, hey, these roads are on the maps. What do other riders think of them? And do they think they're better? Just with what's coming up, I do have a few more Rate My Rides. I'm just using this time just to talk about what's coming up. I do have a few more Rate My Rides coming up. I have Mansfield-Euroa Road, which is, once again, good road. Actually an awesome road, but and I'll talk about it more in the video about its length and stuff like that. But that's a nice road. Mansfield-Whitfield Road, awesome road. I'm going to talk about that so much because I love that road. Probably actually not a heap. I'm going to try to keep all my videos relatively short. We have Mansfield Woods Point Road, the Omeo Highway between the Falls Creek turnoff and Midamita, because we did do that, so that connects to this road. That's why its chainability was so high. The Marysville Woods Point Road, I think I already said that, and the Reefton Spur. There's some of the Rate My Rides coming up. But what we also do have coming up, by the time this video is released, I'll be on the trip. I think that's how the timing works out. It'll be that or the previous Rate My Ride will be in sort of the middle. Nathan, I, and a few others are heading up to Queensland. doing a big 14, close to 14 days. I can't remember the exact timing. I think it's about 12. Um, Going up to Queensland, doing a ride. I'll probably have released like a little video, like going through my setup, talking about our route and stuff like that. But just that's an awesome thing that we're doing. It's because it's school holidays for me. I'm got a lot of content coming up, so hopefully I'll be able to edit that and get those footages out as soon as possible. But got all the other Rate My Rides that you can look forward to. If I'm not super fast with editing that, but I want to get those videos out earlier than all the other Rate My Rides. Well, I'm looking at having a slate pretty much all up through sort of June, July, organised by the end of April. Um, just because riding season will stop. But I'll release a video where I talk a little bit more about what sort of videos we're going to see in the next few weeks. It might have come out before this, but that's just something to look forward to. Um, and I'm going to try and post some photos of that Queensland trip up on Instagram. But I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more Rate My Rides, let me know. Or if you want to see more of those adventure trips, let me know. It's been a while since I've been out on the dirt bike, so I'm going to try and get out on the dirt bike when we get back from our trip as well. Alrighty, see you next time.